you didn't send that. It's got to be here. Isn't that what you want? What's up, people? Anybody tuned in? So I just got to grab a thumbnail really quickly. Just got to grab a thumbnail really quickly. Where are we? We are live. I'm not seeing you though. Nope. Where are we? Come on now. Yep. Come on now. There we are.
It's time.
No, don't worry about that. Yep. That one's sorted. And we need to send this thumbnail across before I get started. I edit this out later. I don't care. Where are we? And desktop should be desktop. Thumbnails. April. Joel. IG. There we go. That's what we want. Send them over. Get the proper. I mean, because this is cool. We're Joao Almeida, but let's see what the other one looks like. I think I like the other background a bit better. Let's get the other background up. There we go. Hopefully. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Taking this time. Now we got the background that we want. So I think as long as this background is that, yeah. So Joel should have been up top. So we're gonna have to go with the other picture. That's gonna have to work. Joao Almeida. Anyway, what we want to talk about is Joao Almeida. He just destroyed everyone today on the final climb of, I didn't even know the name of the climb, but it was a steep climb. It was 20% grade at some point. It was massively hard. And at one point, to be honest, I didn't think that Joao Almeida was going to be able to get the gap that he needed in order to get the time back in order to take the yellow jersey. I was thinking that he could probably win the stage, but I didn't think that he would be able to, get the gap that he did get, and he was able to finish 30 seconds ahead of everybody. And then the cool thing about him finishing 30 seconds ahead of everybody, his teammate Isaac Del Toro, who's a rider who I think is up next, who's going to be the next great thing, he took second place. And in taking second place, he took a couple seconds from Maximilian, who finished in second from who actually held the yellow jersey. So that means Maximilian is that much further away from the yellow jersey, which is cool. So it was real teamwork going on by UAE, and Joao Almeida looking really good, looking really, really good. Now the only thing, like, just going back to yesterday, which was not cool, was like if you look at yesterday's stage, there were two big roundabouts just before the finish. The first roundabout, Joao Almeida went into the roundabout too hot. He just went in there too hot, and he overshot the roundabout. He had to put the brakes on, and the guy that won, his name was Alex Bruno, I believe, and Alex basically, once Joao put the brakes on, Alex took that momentum, kept going, and yeah, it just sort of put everyone else's brakes on. So when the group, the guys that were only about 10 seconds behind caught up to Joao Almeida, they were looking for Joao Almeida because they know Joao Almeida wants to win the stage and get the jersey. So they had just assumed that Joao would, keep the pressure on and go after Alex. But Joao Almeida didn't do that. And so, and just sitting up looking around, what happens? He Alex gets away and he wins the stage. But here's the crazy thing was that on the second roundabout, like just before inside of the last kilometer, Alex came to a roundabout and Alex went like this. No, I mean the group went like this and Alex took the straighter line and then but the way Alex went, there was actually a barrier there, and there were policemen trying to wave him, like, well, you can't go this way. And when there was a space and he went through, and because the riders had to go, the rest of everybody had to go like this, and Alex just basically went in a straight line. So by the time they go all the way around here and then turn and make the turn, Alex has got a big enough gap because it's less than a kilometer now. And once he has that gap, he's able to keep that gap and now just going to in the stage. Now the whole kerfuffle came after the race was because like they said, okay, they had barriers up and he left the course, he rode the wrong way. But then when they look back at the the rule book, the handbook, which tells you which way to go. In the handbook, it says you go straight, which makes sense because the straightest line is the safest line. So, but the thing is, they wanted to slow the riders down to, I guess they're thinking it's safer slowing the riders down, making them left, right, and that's where crashes and accidents usually happen. When you're making the riders dip left and dip right. So, and in doing that, that was the outcome of what happened. There was no accidents, there was no crashes, but hey, you got what you got. You got a young man that was smart enough to read the handbook that they that before, and I guess he either just remembered that he remembered that roundabout because it was key, and he went straight on. But then, and in the protest afterwards, they tried to go back, and then they brought the handbook out, and they had a look at the handbook, and sure enough, the handbook was like, yeah, he isn't wrong. He made a decision based on what what was in the rules. So basically, so when that happened, the everyone who got disqualified, and he got disqualified. When he got disqualified, and then after protesting and showing like, look, this is what the handbook says, he comes back. They come back and say, okay, well, you actually you're right, and he was the decision was able to stand. So like he won the stage, which put him in because they had enough seconds, and then the 10-second bonus on the line put him into second place behind Maximilian Schachmann, and then that moved Joao down to third place, and then they go and change it. They say he's disqualified for breaking the rules and going off the course, running off the course. So that relegated him back to the back of the group, and then Joao Almeida goes back to second, and he loses no time, and status quo thing stays the same. And then after the kerfuffle is all over, then it's just like, oh no, okay, give it back. So Joao Almeida, who you see on the screen, goes down to third place. So Joel Almeida had to work really hard, and he got his own back today. He just dropped everybody on the climb. After he dropped everybody on the climb, he was able to finish 30 seconds ahead of everybody. And then on top of the bonus, I think the bonus part was Isaac Del Toro taking second place because when you cross the line in first, second, and third, there's bonus seconds. So Joao Almeida not just put time on his rival Maximilian Schachmann, which he was going to get the yellow jersey anyway because he had enough time, but then he gets 10-second bonus. And then there was a 6-second and 4-second bonus left. And Isaac Del Toro stayed in the group and out-sprinted Maximilian Schachmann to take that 6 seconds away from him. So Maximilian Schachmann was only able to get 4 seconds. So yeah, so that's just how that went. So it just widened the gap, and it gave Joao Almeida a bigger cushion to be able to, you know, sorry, not feeling that great, but I'm still here. But that, like Maximilian Schachmann was able to, I'm sorry, Joao Almeida was able to widen that gap and give himself a bit of a cushion and comfort for the next 2 days because he's got two more. They got 2 more stages, and yeah, so it's looking good for Joao Almeida. Really impressed with the way Joao Almeida rode today. So the other thing is make sure, like, this is what I do every day. It's like I don't just do this, like this PCS, and it's called Pro Cycling Stats. I follow them, and they have tons of information. They have all of the races. As you can get a lot of rider info on there, really good rider info on there. And what I do is I go on there and I pick my riders and I see who's the favorites and stuff. I don't know why I didn't do it for today. I somehow or the other I missed today's stage, but I made sure I picked for tomorrow. So I definitely would have, got a. I would have picked Joao Almeida for today. Joao Almeida. I would have picked Joao Almeida and Isaac Del Toro. Those would have been my picks for today's stage. And look, it is what it is. So go in there, and it doesn't matter for which race, Paris-Roubaix, Tour de France, Giro d'Italia. So I'm going to be doing that for every race and just seeing how I end up on our PCS. And the thing is, why I'm bigging up PCS so much is because those guys work really hard and they just got tons of information. Any information about any rider you want to know about, it's just there on Pro Cycling Stats. And just go check it out. I'll show the guys some love. And then you can also subscribe to them because everything they do now is free, but you can subscribe to them and get even more in-depth information and analysis. And make sure you hit the like button if you are checking this out. Please make sure you hit the like button so I can keep doing this thing. And I can, hopefully this clears up, man, because this is really getting on my nerves, and it's actually stopping me from riding my bike and stuff. So you can hear me. This is me shouting. This is me shouting right now, and it's just really messing us. This thing called sarcoidosis, and I really would like to get back to riding my bike regularly. So just gotta get on this journey and see how it goes. And actually, this time I could be back on my bike and doing my thing, and I will get back on my bike and I get back to a place where I could kick some major butt again. But anyway, it's been Initially Be Safe with your Lakes Media. Appreciate you joining me. Make sure you hit the like button. If you haven't, please subscribe to the channel. And no matter what it is, if you come in, it helps the algorithm. No matter how weird it is, what you put on there, I really appreciate you. So let me get off of this, and then we got what's stage tomorrow? It's stage 5 tomorrow. What's stage 5 looking like? Let's go to stage 5 and have a quick look at what stage 5 is looking like. So that's stage 4, which is today. We got stage 5 and 6 left, and stage 5 is not really climbing, but it's undulating. They're calling it like a strongman's course because you have all category 3 climbs. If Caleb Ewan is stealing the race, these climbs he should be able to get over. It's saying the last couple of climbs are not categorized, but they are looking quite beastly. So I don't know. I don't know. They're not categorized, but they don't look like any. They look pretty beastly. But anyway, that's what stage 5 is looking like. Stage 6, I believe stage 6 is an even bigger climbing day. Let's just have a quick look at it really quickly. So stage 5 is Yodana to Garnico Luma, and it's 172 kilometers. How much climbing is it? I have to go back to see the stats for. So it says 172 kilometers, vertical meters, 2,656 meters of climbing. So times that by 3 if you need feet. So that's about 6,000 feet of climbing. So that's not a lot of climbing really. So yeah, so it is a strongman stage because it still does go uphill quite a bit, but not not climber type stage uphill. So stage 6 is basically, how long is stage 6? It's 153.4 kilometers. And it has 3,000 meters of climbing. So that's pretty close to 10,000 feet of climbing. And and stage 6 is almost like a queen stage. So it starts off with a category 3, and then you got 2 category 1 climbs back to back. Then you have a category 3, a category 2, and then there's the sprint points. There won't be no sprinters around for that sprint point. That's at kilometer 137. and then you have a category 1 and you finish on a category 3, and then it just rolls down to the finish line. So stage 6 should be really interesting. So you got stage 6, which should be on Saturday, and looking forward to that. That's going to be excited. And then after the Basque Country tour finishes, and then we right into Sunday for Paris-Roubaix. So I don't know who you got for Paris-Roubaix, but I did a little thing on Instagram. You can check it out on Instagram, and I show you how you can pick who your favorite riders are. And this is the way: if you don't know who the riders are, you can learn about who the riders are. You go into Pro Cycling Stats, you just make an account. It's free, and then they do have a subscription version, which is just a bit. And I shall be subscribing to the subscription version shortly. But you go in there, and then you just pick your race that you like, and then you just look at the riders, and this is how you get to learn the riders. So there's so many new riders coming out. So I thought Thibaut Nice was going to be able to do something today, but I think today was just a bit too hard. The climbing was a bit too hard for Thibaut Nice. And yeah, I think Thibaut Nice, you got people like Thibaut Nice, you got Thibaut, uh, uh, is it Thibaut Delgras, yeah, Thibaut Nice, Thibaut Del Grasso, even Isaac Del Toro. Um, yeah, you got a lot of you got Matthew Brennan, the young sprinter. He's doing Roubaix. He rides for Visma Bike. He's won a couple races, so it's going to be interesting to see how Matthew Brennan, the young Englishman, he's going to be able to do, how he's going to make out on uh, at Paris-Roubaix. And Vinny's doing Paris-Roubaix for the first time. So I have a feeling that Vinny and Matthew Brennan are probably going to be riding side by side for most of Paris-Roubaix, but it's going to be interesting. And you know why it's the big hype about Paris-Roubaix is because what Tadej Pogacar is doing it. And I heard people saying that he's too light, and I think light is an advantage. That means you like people like Ghana and Matthew Vanderpool, because these are such big guys. When their bikes hit, even if they got their lower pressure and their perfect pressure, but when their bikes hit those bumps and cracks, it's a lot harder. Somebody like Tadej Pogacar, once he gets that speed, he's just gonna bounce over the top of those cobbles. So, and it's weird. Like I'm just thinking, like they run a lot lower pressure now for comfort and also for like agility and speed and stuff. And I'm old school. I'm thinking like, well, this is how when I did get to ride, like not Paris-Roubaix, but like cobbled races, like the faster I went, even with my tires as hard as because we used to run the pressure a lot harder, like the faster I went, that means I would bounce over the cobbles. But if you didn't go that fast, that means you was hitting like the edges of the cobbles harder, which is slowing you down, which is a lot of resistance. But if your tires are hard, they're really hard, and you're hitting the top of those cobbles, you're literally just bouncing the top of those cobbles and almost gliding over it. But there's still some resistance, and it's still really hard. But yeah. So I don't know. I I'm not quite sure what I would do if I was to be in the pro peloton today. If I would be a fan of the lower pressure, maybe I would. You just go with the flow sometimes, I guess. But it is what it is. Well, anyway, I appreciate everyone who stopped in and everyone who's hit the like button. I appreciate you. So likes are free, and hopefully at some point, people coming in will be chiming in on a regular basis and just hitting the like button and showing the brother some love. Anyway, this is Ines Luby, say Richard X Media. I appreciate you for joining me. Appreciate you for listening, and we will catch you on the next one. I'll probably be back here tomorrow to give you a recap of tomorrow's race and to see if Caleb Ewan is able to do the business. I think tomorrow might be a day for Caleb Ewan. So I put a bunch of picks. After having a look at the course, I got to go back and make my picks again for tomorrow. Alrighty, stay safe, do better than me, stay healthy, and we will catch you later. Peace.